Evening guys, and welcome back to DAZZLE Koi. So tonight we're doing the video of a new shipment of koi coming in, Quality NIshikigoi. So it's the 2nd of Feb 2022, just after 10:30. Tim's on his way up from Heathrow now with the fish. He's expected about 11 o'clock, so we've got a bit of time. We're going to have a cup of tea, but I'll just quickly show you around where the fish are going to go very briefly while we wait for him to get here. So this is the quarantine side. So the smaller stuff are going in these two first tanks here and here. We just took the covers off now. They're all ready to go, and then the bigger stuff is going over in the shop over here. I'll show you that very quickly. So the big tank there that Paul's taking the covers off, that's where the bigger stuff is going to go. So we've just got a van pulled up outside now actually, so we're going to have a look, see if this is Tim.
Yeah. Where's that going? Yeah, that's one or two to DAZZLEs. Don't need to, it's not like that, no.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
not like that. Not bothered two of us.
Okay, so yeah, we got all the boxes were removed from the van and they were divided up. So the big stuff, 11 boxes in total, gone inside to the shop area with a big pond, and that was the first one there going in a shower, and then all the other stuff's gone into the quarantine side. So yeah, each fish individually is unboxed, comes out the bag into a bowl with some pond water in, and then Tim lifts the fish into the pond. That was actually an 89 centimeter Shintaro Sanke. The sheer scale of these fish is phenomenal, and you just don't see it on the video. But yeah, 89 centimeter that fish was. This one is a baby. It's only 82 centimeters. This is a Terrazzo Kahaku. And yeah, as I said, the ball's a meter, but these fish in Tim's hands, you just don't get the idea of the sheer size of the things. Yeah, I think the thing that surprised me kind of at this stage really was, well, coming out of some really cold water into a bowl and then straight into the pond. That was a surprise, but Tim was saying, you know, they've been in here up to 48 hours in these bags. You just got to get them out. It's more of a problem to leave them in another minute than you know. There's no need to float the bags, or they've been through enough. So yeah, just get them in. This one's a Sankey. This one's a little bit smaller. I've not got the size of this one. And again, you know, there's quite a few guys here, and some of the guys that are here own some of these fish, but there's no kind of standing about admiring them in the bowl. You know, some of these guys, Paul's fish comes out later on. He's probably not seen for months and months on end. It cost a lot of money, but it gets, you know, straight out and straight in. You don't get much time to look at them and to admire them. So this was an 85 centimeter terrazzo kahaku. For me, this was the star of the show. I mean, I've not got the actual audio on, but this one was just gasps and oohs and wows, and I mean, people just actually burst out laughing at the shear. It was just amazing, that fish. The volume on it, the body, unbelievable, and definitely one that will be taking some prizes at the shows this year. Yeah, do look out for that. I will get some better footage of the fish later for you to see. As I say, it's all over pretty quick. There's no messing about. So this guy, now this one's interesting. This is 80 centimeters. This a Shintaro fish, Sankey, and this actually was bought in the, I think, October, and when they went back in the January, it came out the mud pond in the October. They bought it, went into a mud pond in January. If you just check out the sumi on this, I'm just going to slow this down. The sumi is unbelievable. It literally is like ink, just jet black and deep and glossy, unbelievable. But the story is they bought, this was picked after it came out of a mud pond in I think it was October, and the guys went back in January to photograph the fish and have a look at it, and they thought they'd lost it. They couldn't find it. It had actually lost all its sumi. It was basically a kahaku after being in the concrete pond, and then over time it's come back, and it's some of the best sumi I've ever seen. So yeah, that was an eye opener. I didn't realise it could come back like that once it had gone, and certainly not so good quality. So yeah, that was interesting. This is a Shintaro koi. This is 75 centimeters. Again, just looks so small after some of the others. Fish up to nearly 90 centimeters going in there. Again, what surprised me was just considering the ordeal they've been through. These fish, 40 hours up to in a bag, banged about in and out of trucks and planes, and stuck in a bag with their own ammonia and waste and everything else that goes with it, and they come out the bags, just look absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see what they look like down the line in the summer when they're fully recovered. Yeah. So this one, there's a lot of blood in this bag. So this koi, basically, he's been bleeding from the gills, something that does happen. I have a karashi that bleeds from its gills when I net it up. Just one of them things, not usually a problem. But Tim was saying this won't have bled like this initially in the bag, and then as the stress has built up, it's done it. If it had done it when it went into the bag, they wouldn't have shipped it. So that's why he knows it didn't do it initially. But yeah, as the stress has built and the journey and everything else, it's shed a little bit of blood. But again, it goes in the water and it looks $1 million, and it's there's no. Obviously, it's an ordeal travelling, but yeah, they're over it pretty quickly. Just you don't get an eye. It's difficult to see the sheer size of these. These fish are close to 90 centimeters. If you just measure out 90 centimeters and then you factor in the volume and the body on them as well, it's just a huge presence, and it just doesn't seem to come across on the cameras. With they're in big ponds and very 6 foot deep. This pond, you just don't seem to get the scale of it, but yeah, unbelievable. So some fresh water after the previous fish had bled. And then this next fish is another Shintaro koi. This is 88 centimeters. And again, it just, there's Tim's fat ass. You just don't get the sheer. That you just doesn't come across on the camera how big these fish are. 88 centimetre Shintaro Kahaku. So what happens there is, as the water from the bags is added to the bowl, obviously the level in the bowl is rising all the time, so Paul keeps taking water out to keep the water level under control. So this is actually a Shintaro fish, and this belongs to Paul. This one. This is a cracking fish as well. It's this less voluminous body on this one. So yeah, Paul's going to get this home in a month or so and try, and put some volume on it. But yeah, to get to this 88 centimetre. Sorry, no, that was the previous. To get to that kind of size, and still be slim and have that volume to come is unbelievable, really. It really is. So that's 10 gone in there now, and there's one more. This is a terrazzo fish, and this is actually only Nisai, so it's basically in its second year of life. So yeah, this one feels like a little baby now after what's gone before, but I didn't get a size for this one, but it's certainly in excess of 50 centimetres, yeah, clearly, and yet it feels small now after what's gone before. If this went into most people's ponds, it would look huge. A good shot at Tim's bottom, and that's the big stuff in. So 11 in total, I think I've counted. And yeah, as I say, you just wouldn't know what they've just been through now to look at them just gliding about happily. Get the odd one who'll come up and take a gulp of air as they're trying to re-oxygenate their blood. They've been in there a while. The oxygen will be in short supply by the end of the trip, but they soon sort that out in the proper, the aerated ponds. There you go, one just had a little right on cue. Okay, so yeah, over to the smaller stuff. So I believe there'll be, it was 34 boxes in total. Yeah, done 11, so there's 24 boxes in here. Various fish, so Marusei, Aoki, and I think there's what else is the Shintaro as well. Yeah, Shintaro. I think the three breeders that these are of. Oh, some chags, some cracking chags coming up. Five decent sized ones there, and then there's a bag with, I don't know the number, but a lot of smaller chag. I think you need to be quick if you're going to get one of them. They're in pretty short supply at the moment, chags. So yeah, Paul's just getting ready, opening up some boxes. These fish, it's the beginning of February now, the 2nd of Feb. They're going to go through around about 4 weeks or so of procedures before they're available for sale. So that's the first box there. These are actually Nisai Kahaku from Shintaro. So again, no messing about. They go straight in. Feel small now, but yeah, even these are cracking. Certainly for Nisai, they're great size. On to the next one. I am editing I am editing stuff out in between, but they don't mess about. So these are Tosai now. I've not. These will go straight into the sock net and straight into the pond, so we don't see too many of these, but there are bags and bags of these with, I don't know how many in. I don't know, I'm not sure how many there would be in one of these bags, to be honest. 70 or 80, 60, 70, 80, I don't know. There's a lot of Nisai around, I don't know what they are. Tosai around 200 mil maybe, 20 centimetres, that kind of size. Just bag after bag there, but I haven't filmed them all. What have we got in here? So that's another bag of kahaku. Again, unbelievable really, the quality of these. And Tim hasn't picked a lot of these fish. All the big stuff he's obviously familiar with, but some of these smaller fish he's just relied on the breeders to pick them out for him, and yeah, they've not let him down. That's down to the problems travelling at the moment with the COVID restrictions. He's not been able to get out there and pick them in person. You'll notice the little white pouches that are in each bag. Not 100% sure what's in them, to be honest with you. I do intend to find out. It's something to reduce ammonia, if any ammonia is present, and also to add oxygen, but I'm not sure exactly what it is or how it works. Probably, I'm guessing some form of zeolite, and maybe I don't know, slow release, like maybe a hydrogen peroxide or something to oxygenate the water. So there's a nice a mixed bag. I will have a look, try and get you a better view of these later on once they all go in. These are around 30 centimeters, so these are probably big Tosai, maybe just going into Nisai. What have we got in here? Again, another mixed bag of Tosai. Some crackers in here. It's you spot something and then before you can get a proper look, you've lost it. Got my eye on a few already, but I'm going to need a bigger pond. Now I'm going to speed this up, give Paul a run around. So. He doesn't really work that fast. It really is like a well-oiled machine the way they work. It's well practiced, and they've got it all down to a T. As I say, it's all about the time and getting the fish into the water and getting them recovering. So there's some nice Sankey there. I'm not sure where they're from. Yeah, some crackers though there. But probably, I'm guessing the Nisai probably 40 centimeters or so, maybe around that. I'm gonna have a chat to Tim actually later on once all the fish are in. We'll get some thoughts on how things have gone, and give him a few little questions. Again, Nisai. And the one everybody's waiting for, Polar Chag. Chagoi are in really short supply at the moment. A lot of the big names in Chag breeding are sort of moving on to other varieties or having a bit of time off from them. So there is a real shortage at the moment of good quality Chag. So these guys will be, as I say, about a month probably. It'll be early March they'll be available, but would get in quick if you want one of those. And then the bag of Nisai Chags. I'm not sure, there's 5 of these guys. I'm not sure if they're all female. I'm not sure if any of them are still available or if they're all sold, but yeah, they're like the proverbial rocking horse poop at the moment, so get in if you want one. Oh, these are nice. They were a bit lively in the bowl. It was difficult to see, but there's some crackers in here. Again, these are really sought after at the moment, getting more and more popular. And Paul was saying they used to be. It used to be that they were difficult to keep them clean. They'd throw a lot of shimmy and have a lot of sumi that, you know, broken and bitty. They tend to look a bit messy, but they because they're more popular now. There's more and many more generations of the bloodlines now getting much better, and they're staying really clean now. These drew a lot of attention. 2 nice goshki, kind of both ends of the spectrum. They're the light coloured fish, and then the dark, more finished goshki. So the dark fish more desirable in terms of show quality as they stand now, but the lighter fish more for the future. You know, Paul was saying you know you want to, if you're picking a goshki, you want to find the lightest fish you can really, and the dark will come. Getting another bag, another mixed bag. Probably, I'm guessing it's hard to tell the size, but probably smaller Nisai. Paul's just pointing out a nice little shower there that stood out in that bowl. Oh no. Yep, sorry. He's a Nisai. Again, really clean. And again, very sought after. So if you fancy one of these, you would need to be quick. Is this a couple more goshki? I think it is. These were actually really good, I have to say. The 4 bigger goshki were all 4 of them were really top drawer.
And that, Darren, is a wrap.
Yeah. So all the fish were out. I think 50 or so minutes, all done and dusted. So time to have a look at them all, check them over. Just appreciate what there is, really. No other way of putting it. So yeah, I got some footage of them. It's not easy. We're not turning the air off, obviously, and stuff, so we can get a better view. But you can see you can see the fish. So yeah, I'll just shut up and let you just have a look at the fish, and then we'll have a chat to Tim. So yeah, that's all the fish out, Tim. How did it go? Everything go okay?
Yeah, it went pretty smooth. We were a bit delayed at the airport, but we made good time on the way back. But yeah, no, it was good. 50 minutes to get them all into the clean water. At least you'll show people how it was done and everything like that. But yeah, the fish have travelled really well, apart from one sankey which damaged its tail. But that's, like I said on my video, that's just the way. You know, shipping livestock, especially shipping big fish, that's why I was so worried in the previous video, you know, shipping these things over. It's just, you know, that's probably one of the best ponds of fish that you'll ever see imported into the UK. I mean, you'll agree with that. I mean, you know, they were just absolutely amazing, some of them massive fish. But yeah, really happy with them.
So that come back, the tail damage, will it grow back?
Yeah, it was at the bottom, it's at the bottom of the tail. So yeah, that'll just come back out. But again, with a damage like that, especially on a fish that size, it's going to take probably about 4 or 5 months before it comes back. But the pond that it's going to it's very low stocked. It's a massive pond, very low stocked, and that'll be exactly what he'll be concentrating on. He'll get the temperature right up and get them all healed.
No, so nothing to worry about.
No. I mean, obviously you might not be happy at first, but what can you do? But yeah, no, really pleased with everything that's coming, especially because I didn't pick them in person. The big stuff I did, but not these stuff here. So again, the breeders have looked after me, so I can't thank them enough. So
some good stuff. And then just a quickie on how long before these fish will be available and what they're going to go through.
Again, right now they're in 5% salt, and that is because that's what they come in from Japan in. So now a lot of the times that I've also said is that people think we quarantine these fish because of like more sinister stuff like viruses and stuff like that, but we don't. A lot of the main thing, I mean, we will heat ramp these fish just because we need to, really, for just the confidence and stuff like that, but they don't. Alright, cheers, Kev. So these now are in salt, and our biggest challenge now, especially with these Tosai, is to wean them off the salt. Right, so because you know yourself, the salt stays in the water for quite a long time. No matter how many water change you do, it just goes off. So every day we'll go water change. And the thing with Tosai is that you'll look at them when you do a big water change on them, like we'll start doing tomorrow, because fresh water is the key for these Tosai, is that sometimes you'll see them go to the bottom and they'll just turn over like that, and that's because the salt got level. So then Paul will check the salt, put more salt in, and then they come back round again. So it's that fine balance and fine key trying to get the salt right. But at the end of the day, said it before, is that there is no, it sounds crazy, all this area that we're in now is our quarantine system, and as of tomorrow it's locked, right? So, but that's a CFAS, that's part of our biosecurity plan, but there's no law to say that we can't sell these now. So the quarantine that we do is purely for our own peace of mind, rather than, you know, not wanting to send out, you know, but, you know, with Tosai are the worst fish to keep. They're the worst ones to deal with when they first come in. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they're going to be fine. Also, they came in very cold water, which is great. So they'll settle in really well. They're in at 15 degrees now, and it'll probably be about, tomorrow we'll start knocking them up, start taking the temperature right up, but Paul will also, not tomorrow, but the day after, Paul, you'll do scrapes.
Yes, I'll do scrapes.
Yeah, so and then we'll have a look, and we'll just carry on scraping, but we won't treat these until we find something. Not straight away anyway, but then they will get some general treatments towards
so you'd expect them to find something on them.
You would,
more often than not.
You would.
And that's just the densities they've been kept at and stuff in Japan.
And the breeders don't treat, so there's, you know, they probably use potassium, and that's about it. You know what I mean? There's nothing else that goes in them ponds over there. So yeah, it is a challenge trying to get rid of the parasites, but hopefully now we'll learn.
So I guess that's because they're in the short term, really. They can, with the salt, they can get away with it for the short periods of time.
Yeah. But they're always kept at high amounts of salt, so like I said, it's a challenge just to wean them off. But as you'll see, some of them, you probably won't catch it on video now, but you see them coming up for air, and they're just adjusting now, taking gulps, and they're just adjusting to the...
I just got distracted with a little, look like a tank show. Gosh,
here we go.
I'll never see it again in there, will I?
Never. I'm going to check on the big stuff.
Right, thanks Tim. There's definitely a little Tancho Goshki in there then with my name on it. Somewhere. Okay, so that's everything for tonight. All safely in the new homes, all covered up now, as you can see. They will be obviously prone to jumping for sort of 12-24 hours while they get used to the new homes and get over the ordeal, the stress of the travel. But yeah, everything, as Tim said, there's one big Sankey, and you'll have seen it. I'll point it out earlier, so you'll know the one I mean. Bit of damage on the bottom of its tail. Yeah, it will come back. It's unfortunate, but there's literally thousands of fish coming in there, and as far as we can see, that's the only one that's got a little bit of a knock. But so yeah, successful night. Just short of 12:30 now, so pretty quick. Yeah, plenty hands. Everybody knows what they're doing, so I'll get like a well-oiled machine. So yeah, good night. I'm gonna go home and get some sleep, and I'll probably pop back at the weekend and have a see how things are going on. But as Tim said, this quarantine side now will be basically shut off to the public, so these fish have got to go through the processes that Tim spoke of, and then they'll be available for sale. So yeah, probably early March, I think, when they're ready to go on sale. So yeah, look out for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up and do drop me a comment down below.